As an athlete, I balance it by I don't know, I just live with grace.
Yeah.
One of our slogans, lead with love.
Ooh, I like that. I like that. Yeah.
Yes, because I think that holding yourself to a high standard is like something that you should always do in life. And so I keep myself like dignified. I said, I want people to see me like this, and I want myself to be like this. And this is how I want to present myself to others. And so I don't try to do anything unsavory or that I
Hmm.
would think goes against my character.
Is there anything better than a trip getting ready?
Nope.
For a long journey where our podcast released a new epi, searching for a fade fiend, new fixation. Giving this a subscribe is the same sensation. Started with the day ones, they gave us fuel to support the season. Could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here for a reason. Notification bells, text some friends, all to let you know. Check your Bluetooth, connect, talk your wisdom, I know.
Welcome in, everyone. Season 3, Episode 3, Wrestling with History. Louise Juitt's groundbreaking move. I'm your host, Donato, and today we're stepping onto the mat with someone who's already making history before her first season even begins. My guest, Louise Juitt, isn't just a talented wrestler, she's a trailblazer. She made the decision to join Delaware State University as the very first official recruit for the nation's premier Division I women's wrestling program at an HBCU. Think about that for a second. The first. Louise isn't just building a career, she's laying a foundation for future generations, like my co-host today, Avi Rose Norwood. Hey, Avi.
Hi.
Louise isn't just building a career, she's laying a foundation for future generations like Avi of women who will walk into that wrestling room and say, because she did, I can too. In this conversation, we'll talk about what it means to carry that kind of responsibility, how it feels to wrestle with history, and how she's redefining leadership both on and off the mat. So sit back, get ready to be inspired. This is Wrestling with History, the Louise Juitt story. Oh, Louise, can you take us back to the moment you first heard about Delaware State's women's wrestling program that they were going to be starting it? What went through your mind?
Okay, so the first thing that went through my mind, because I received a text message from both of my coaches actually. My Coach Evans and Coach Linhart had sent me a message about Delaware State because they had posted it. And I was like, oh, that's cool. I hadn't really been thinking much about like a lot of HBCU things because I was trying to go on a more academic route. I wanted to go Ivy,
Yeah.
and I was excited about that and everything. Didn't work out. That's okay. I'm where I'm at,
Yeah.
and clearly there's a reason.
Yes.
And so I didn't really think too hard about HBCU things. I knew about them, I heard about them, but I just was like, I don't know. And then a couple months later, because when they first sent me the message that the HBCU didn't have a coach yet because their athletic director had been terminated. And so they had to find a new athletic director, and he had to hire a coach, and then they had to go out and recruit people. So when they sent out the first announcement, I was like, oh, that's cool. How do I get in touch with them? Get in touch with who?
Yeah.
And then later on, I get a message because it was getting pretty late in the deciding, like the decision making process of, hey, who are you committing to? Everybody was asking, where are you gonna go? Where are you gonna go? And I was like, actually, I don't know. I've been looking for places that had like, I want to be a lawyer in the future. So I was looking for places
Hey.
that had like pre-law or criminal justice or something along that route for me. And then I was also looking for places that had women's wrestling that would be at a level that would be able to push me and to help me achieve my goals. Most of the time I was trying to like flip flop, and it eventually got to the point where I feel like I didn't have really many options because I was kind of like lost because they either had a really good law program or a really good wrestling program. Like, but I was like, it got to the point where I was like, okay, pause. Wrestling is important to me, yes, but my future is also very important to me. And
Yes.
so I was like, I want to be a lawyer. And if I'm going to be a lawyer, I need to have a good law program. I need to be able to connect with people and
Yeah.
things like that. So I was like, we're just going to have to look for the programs. I was like, okay, now I'm looking for a good law program and a good like wrestling program. It doesn't have to be amazing, doesn't have to be like voila. I just need the good studying at least.
Yes.
Because the worst part it was that I was afraid of stepping into a room where I would end up not having a partner or not having someone who could push me to the best of my capabilities.
Yeah.
So I was like, "Whoo, this is really stressful," and it did get really stressful because I had a lot of colleges since I wasn't committed at that time. I had a lot of colleges reaching out trying to push me to be like, "Me, choose me, choose me, choose me, choose
Yes.
me now."
Yes.
And I'm like, I'm gonna I'm gonna wait. And so I was like, I'm going to wait until I get that feeling where it's like, this is the one, this is where I want to go, or I'm going to wait until I feel like I've gone through all my options and I'm looking at the best ones. Like I started making a list. That's what I did. I wrote this big giant list of schools that I had, and then every time I would look for law program, wrestling team. If they didn't have the law program, sorry, you didn't make the cut.
Yep.
I was like, you didn't make the cut. You got to make one. You got to check mark that box. And then I went and
Yeah.
checked out the wrestling team. And then I was like, okay, like it wasn't necessarily you had to be like amazing or anything. It was just like you had to show promise.
Yeah. The
Like,
opportunity. You
yeah,
wanted the opportunity.
yeah. I was like, oh man, this is hard. And then I was finally cutting it down to like my last three. And I see this message on my Instagram. It's like, hi, I'm Coach Sloan. I just got um, hired at Delaware State University. And I was like, Delaware State. I scrolled back to the message from my coach and I was like, the HBCU. Because
Yeah.
HBCUs didn't have like Division 1, and I wasn't necessarily looking that way because in Missouri, I I was living in Missouri, you guys. Like they didn't have
Yeah.
no HBCU really going on over there, at least as
Yeah.
far as I know. But I was like, oh, well, that's actually an opportunity. I looked it up and I was like, that's so cool. Like, they're making a team, first one in the nation. Oh,
Yes.
she's curious about me. And I was just talking to her. And then I went out on a visit. I was like, oh, this place is nice. Okay, I see. Oh, this is you right here. And I kept talking to her. And I got to I got to this moment where I had like my top three, and Delaware State was in it. And I was like, the one that can then it turns into from do you have a law program, do you have wrestling, it turned into do you have a law program and finances. Like
Yes.
I'm not trying to be in debt as long
No,
as I can. I was
I
like,
get it.
oh my goodness. And I know that a lot of people tend to like struggle with that, but personally my family never had it like that, so it was a big part in my decision process. It's not going to be a big part in everybody's because some people are set up to just but for me I was like, I need to start looking financials now, like who's doing the best offer, who's doing this, da 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 da. And then I started like eliminating, and then I was like, oh my goodness, it was like places, the ones that had given me the best offers were the one that had physically seen me in person.
Yes.
And I was like, oh, okay, that makes a lot of sense. And
Uh-huh.
then I was like, okay, which one did I like more? Like, which one was I not questioning? Which one did I not have that many questions? Because I know for some colleges, I was like, oh, but you only do this certain type of law, or you only pursue this kind of people. Like, you only have connections here. I want to have connections everywhere.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I think I'm ready to make the decision. And I was like excited because before I went to Fargo, I still had been uncommitted, but I was like looking at those same two colleges and I was bouncing back and forth between them. And then I was like, I think I know which one I want to do, because in HBCU, the whole foundation is laid on about like connecting with people and being able to connect with other like individuals and sisterhood, brotherhood, this and that, alumni, as you can see, and everything. I was like, oh, that's awesome. Like, they help you get in touch with people. And I got to talk to professors when I went on my visit. I got to talk to the deans. I was like, oh, this is pretty chill.
Yeah.
And they were like super excited because they were like, wrestling.
Yeah.
And they're stoked here, by the way, for women's wrestling. Every time they see us and they're like, that's a women's wrestler right there. He's there. I'm like, hi guys.
A celebrity on campus. I want to go back to something you said there. Hey, Avi, for those who are out there, she said Fargo. What's Fargo about, Avi? Tyler, what you know about Fargo?
Fargo is the freestyle national tournament, and it's hosted in North Dakota. And the Marine Corps normally hosts that tournament. And so almost everybody from over the nation, they will come over and they will compete. So you have brackets that would be like 64 people in each bracket and probably to 128 people in the bracket. I was a national qualifier this year for national duels and for Fargo. I unfortunately couldn't wrestle due to an injury. But I've watched Fargo and I've seen the national tournament, and I had a couple friends that competed in that tournament, and it's really, really big. And it's a really big tournament, and it's really popular for freestyle. Like everybody is trying to qualify for that tournament more than national duels. It's a really big tournament.
Louise, what you think there? Avi's still in high school, but that was a perfect answer. I want you to think I roll with duds out here. I roll with stud. That was a boss right there. Did you see that, Louise? How'd she do?
Yeah, she did good. Fargo is a really big tournament. I mean, I personally went twice. I couldn't go for 3 times because I hurt myself. I broke my ankle my first year going. It was pretty boom. But
yeah.
But other than that, I mean, Fargo is the tournament that people really try to go to. I'm not necessarily sure why they made it such a voila kind of thing, because I feel like there are several other tournaments that are still important and still like give you the competition you see at Fargo that don't get quite that much attention. But I think that Fargo is a experience definitely for many people, and it's good to go and it's good to experience. And if you go once and you don't like it, I mean, who's to say you don't have to go again? I mean,
yeah,
it is. I just think it's a good thing to try once at least and be willing to strive for it. I think Fargo is a good goal when it comes to like you trying to figure out what you're doing for the summer. Like, oh, my goal is to win Freestyle State or to qualify for junior duels or to qualify for Fargo, things like that. I think Fargo is really good at making people like give them markings so that they will continue to grow, you know?
Yeah. I'm curious. I want to go back. What made you say, I want to be the first? What were the thoughts for you when they were saying, oh, there's no one that's come before us, we will be the first? What made you say, I want to be the first?
Well, I've always kind of strived to kind of set the bar and then keep setting the bar and keep being greater. And I thought, I was like, that's pretty cool. Being on the first team, setting the standard. I think all of that is cool. I think that I was like, I'd be honored to do something like that and to help the program grow.
Yeah.
I was like, because I'm coming in as a freshman and I'm going to be on the first team. That also means I'll probably be on the 4th team too. So I'm like, I want to see how this program grows. I want to see who comes. I want to see who goes. Like I want to see everything go. And it's like watering a plant, basically.
Yeah.
I was like, because personally, I think that I was a plant that got watered in first grade, freshman year of high school. You guys, I started wrestling that freshman year. I meant to say freshman year. But I personally just showed up, and my coaches were like, "Hey, you're kind of good at this. Hold on, let's do something with it." And I was like, "Oh, okay, I guess."
Wow.
And then I just kept going, and here I am. What made me want to be the first, though? I didn't really think about it as being the first.
Oh.
Personally, like, I honestly, there was this article that told, it was like, when they announced my commitment, it was like, nation's first recruit for HBCU, D1 HBCU women's wrestling. I was like, huh.
Yeah.
I was like, I didn't think about it like that. I was just ready to go.
Yeah.
But I saw that and I was like, oh, that's something else too, I guess.
The nation. not just Delaware State. Y'all are the Hornets, right?
Yes, sir.
Not did I impress you? I knew that. Not just Hornet Nation. We talk about the nation. Ain't nobody else beat y'all to that. How did your family react when you told them you'd be making history at an HBCU?
My family, they were really excited. All of them were really excited. My parents were just waiting for me to tell them. I mean, I had to be keeping them kind of updated on all of my college things. I kind of went through the college decision process by myself a little bit because my parents don't know a lot about wrestling. So they kind of just like, okay, you want to be a lawyer? Okay, wherever you want to go. I mean, I was telling them I wanted to go to Harvard, y'all, forever. And I still do. I'll see them at law school.
Oh, ain't nothing wrong. Ain't nothing wrong. Hey, I'm connected. I know some people in Boston. Let me know when you want to take the visit.
I was like, I want to go to Harvard. I mean, everybody in high school knew where I wanted to go. It was crazy because I was very academically driven as well. So like, it wasn't just on the mat. It was in the classroom and I would help out fellow students. I was tutoring. I was doing all this other stuff. I was in theater. So like, I knew a lot of people there. So they all kind of given me like I wouldn't say I was pressured because I felt like honored that the people believed in me so much.
Wait a minute. You were a theater nerd? No, notice I could say that because I'm all the way over here and you're over there. I wouldn't say that to your face. The only thing worse than that is a band or orchestra nerd. You know, someone that plays. Wait, Avi, what else do you do?
I used to be in orchestra. I used to be in an orchestra.
See, I'm only trolling y'all because I know neither one of y'all could touch me right now, and we will never ever be in the same room together in the future because I think y'all might be waiting to get me. Well, I'm curious. Well, it sounds like you were a late bloomer, Louise. You know, I hear that some of these kids are starting very young. Avi's club. She's in Righteous Wrestling Club. It's over in Georgetown, Texas. Their rule is they won't take a kid until that kid is 7. You waited till your freshman year. So before wrestling came into your life, what kind of kid were you? What shaped your competitive spirit?
Oh, I was in everything. I was in cheer. I was in gymnastics. I was doing I tried rugby once. I was all over the place. I think my siblings were also very athletic. So I saw their sports and I was like, competitiveness was just ingrained, I guess. I was like, oh, I want to be a good athlete. I'm going to do this. And I was like in gymnastics for the longest time. So I was like, this is not that bad. I'm like chilling.
Yeah.
And so like I was in shape as a kid and everything. And I continued. I did a lot of track. I did golf.
Oh, okay. Hey, that's what I did.
I was all over the place.
Since you were all over the places, and I heard you said your siblings, who were your early influences inside or outside of wrestling? Who made you believe you could do something groundbreaking like this?
Okay, so actually I joined wrestling because my sister told me to.
Huh? What?
She was on our team's first Belton High School had their first women's wrestling team in like 2020, and she was a senior and she joined and she wrestled for that 1 year and she was like, I think you'd be good at wrestling. And I was like, seriously? Okay. And so I did my little theater thing. Theater overlapped into the wrestling season a little bit by like a week. And then I showed up into the wrestling season. And she had told her coach, I think it was Coach Epstein. She told him, she was like, oh, my little sister's going to come here. She's going to regulate. And I was laughing. I was like, why would you say that? And she was like, I know you.
I know.
She was like, I know you. Like, because I don't like to quit things. I don't like to like cut myself short. If I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it to the best of my capabilities because time is precious.
Yes.
So I was like, okay, I'm going to show up. I showed up and because my sister had graduated, but I look like her, or at least people tell me I do.
Oh, that's
But
even worse.
I'm like,
They're like
he was
reminiscent.
like, oh, I know who you are. And then
Oh,
I was like, okay. And also, my brother was on the team, and my cousin was on the team. So my
yeah.
brother is about 2 years older than me.
Uh-huh.
So no, he's not 2 years older than me. He's 1 year, but he was 2 grades above me.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I was a freshman. He was a junior.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so he was in wrestling, and my older cousin was in wrestling as well. And they kind of just did it because they were in football and they wanted to stay in shape.
Uh-huh.
So my first wrestling partner was actually my brother. He beat me up, yo.
I bet.
It
I
was because
bet.
the weight class difference, though. He was like 175.
God.
Dude. But it didn't matter because he taught me how to like move and what I was supposed to be doing. So
Yeah.
I'm being dramatic when I said he beat me
No,
up.
no,
Nice.
but there is a reason we got weight classes. You were saying when you're on campus, people recognize you. Being the first official recruit comes with pressure and pride. What does that responsibility feel like day to day?
Day to day, it just feels like being a genuine person. I think just
Hmm.
like saying hey to people when they say hey to you, holding the door, uh, doing your classes, being a good student, being a
Yes.
good student. I was like, because I go to my classes, I talk to my professors, my professors, all of my professors, and we all kind of like work. Because as an athlete, you're gonna have to miss days of school. Sometimes you're gonna have to travel, and you're gonna need to be able to communicate with your professors. I think that getting along with your classmates is also a good idea because your classmates, you can get their numbers and they can help you
Yes.
out and stuff
No
like that.
doubt.
Like send you like, oh, coach, they talked about this today and this, and we need to do notes. We may have this quiz. I know I have a couple of people who just, hey, just in case you didn't know, we're doing this, we're doing that, because they just want to help out in general. Because if I
Yeah.
have something to do, they're like, I got you. I'm going to tell you what we're doing because I always study anyway. Because if you're not studying and you're trying to pass, I mean, you got to be a genius around these parts
I
because
know.
I was like, it's a little
Or
hard.
or you're gonna end up with that 1.1 GPA. You got to.
1.1 GPA. I just got shivers.
Yeah. Oh,
Goodness.
no. Hey, I was on scholarship. I was a runner, but no, I couldn't lose I couldn't lose my money. So I wouldn't even that 1.1. I got shivers too. That wouldn't have been me. When
Ugh.
how do you define making history for yourself?
Making history for myself,
Mm-hmm.
I think that I would define it kind of as like pushing myself past what I thought I was going to be able to do. Like, I mean, having confidence in myself is one thing, but people pushing me to be greater is what led to me being where I am today. And so
Mm-hmm.
I think making history for myself just means like being ready to accomplish hard things and being ready to go through hard things to get where I need to be.
I really like that. Okay, Delaware State is the first HBCU, historically black college university, for those who weren't getting that acronym, with a D1 women's wrestling team. What kind of cultural or historical weight does that carry for you?
Culturally, I'm very proud of my
Yeah.
my HBCU because
Yes.
you chose to be the first, okay, and
Yep.
that says something because you I don't want to be a follower. I want to be a leader, and not that if any other HBCU did it, because please join the crew. We would love to have y'all out here.
No
But I'm
doubt.
saying being a leader in something like that is awesome, and I'm very culturally. I was really excited. I was like, oh, we getting in on this because I didn't even really know that HBCUs was getting down like that. I didn't know that they had wrestling. I was like, y'all do? Man, all I knew about them was like sororities and
Yeah.
like I'm here for law school.
Well, hold on. I got a lot of fraternity brothers that are lawyers, and I'm in a fraternity, historically black fraternity also. But hey, I want to say, when we're talking about young black girls, what message do you think your presence sends the young black girls watching you step onto the mat?
You can do anything you put your mind to. Literally, I've said this like a million times in a million different interviews in a million different places to anybody who was ready to listen. Like, every time I step onto the mat, I always told people, I was like, it's 50-50. I'm ready to go. Show them what I got. Give my all. I'm like, I got here because I wanted it bad. I was like, I wanted it more than the other people wanted it. And so when I step onto the mat and when I see like that, I'm just excited that I get to be like a leader and someone that they can look up to later on. Even if it's even if they think this is like a small thing, which is not, because first one in the nation, be serious.
There's gonna be people that are gonna follow. How do you balance representing both yourself as an athlete and a larger community that sees you as a role model? And I'm not just talking young black girls. I did ask you specifically about that, but there are a lot of women of color. There's a lot of just insert another. But how do you balance representing yourself as an athlete and a larger community that sees you as a role model?
As an athlete, I balance it by just, I don't know, I just live with grace,
Yeah.
I just, one of our slogans, lead with love.
Ooh, I like that. I like that. Yeah.
Yes, because I think that holding yourself to a high standard is like something that you should always do in life. And so I keep myself like dignified. I said, I want people to see me like this, and I want myself to be like this. And this is how I want to present myself to others. And so I don't try to do anything unsavory or that I would think goes against my character, because I forgot the question.
No. No, because you are representing. I was like, how do you balance representing both yourself as an athlete and a larger community that sees you as a role model? But you were naming off those things that you should do when as representing. I mean, people are going to be looking at you. You got to do the right thing.
I think that it's, and especially now in this time, it's great for people to have someone that they can look up to who is just okay with being like normal, like, because we have all these crazy things going on in the world with like, I was like, I'm not just looking to be a representative or someone to look up to for wrestlers. I'm looking to be someone to look up to for kids who think that wrestling is cool, who don't want to be a wrestler, that just want to watch a wrestling.
Yes.
Wrestling, just wrestling. I'm looking for kids. I know kids who haven't even touched a mat, haven't seen a single match. They want to do a completely other sport, who say, oh, you're my role model, you're so cool, because they just see me. And I don't do anything that necessary, because I know that the pressures that kids nowadays have in high school is not it. To do this, to do that, to behave this way, to behave that way. I was always myself through and through when it came down to it. I was like, I don't do that. I won't do that. I was like, you don't have to do this if you don't want to. I always made sure that when someone asked me a question or somebody like messaged me and they were curious or did this, did that, and they were like, because I know I had a lot of kids when I was in high school who would message me like, is this a good idea? I'm kind of scared about this. Like, someone said to do this, and I'm like, you don't have to do that if you don't want to.
Yeah.
You can be yourself unapologetically, as long as you're like, please don't be doing anything bad. Like, of course, I'm like,
yeah.
But I'm like, don't be afraid to show personality, to dress like yourself. Don't be afraid to just show who you are. Like, because I feel like that's something that kids really should be able to see in the world. Like, I'm pretty odd. If you saw like any of my social medias sometimes, if you scroll back far enough, please don't. You'll see like I was pretty weird going through high school. I always post like some cringy stuff. Like I still look back and I'm like, why did I post that? But I don't delete it because internet's forever. My sister has saved almost all of those videos in her phone and will post them on my birthday willingly. And B is like, it shows that even people who are like me, who are good athletes, who are signed to do this, who are signed to do that, we are human and we have our own knickknacks. Like, it's okay to be yourself. That's kind of my go-to for like the way I behave and the way I represent myself.
So it's already funny that you wait until freshman year of high school to start wrestling. It's already funny that your sister told you to do it and you're like, oh, okay. I'm learning a little bit about your mindset and motivations. So I want to kind of go there next. What drives you on the toughest days? For those who don't know, I mean, I told you I ran track. We all we had was a wrestling club in college. But I did some wrestling tournaments a little later on in life with stuff. I was a boxer, but I'm going to say wrestling is the toughest sport. It's just you on that mat. Again, I used to box, but I will say wrestling because it's more of a full body. You got to lift a person. Boxing, I just got to jab. I just got to push your head back. But I could put somebody. I could fireman's carry somebody. I could put them on my shoulders. So, what drives you on the toughest days? Those long practices, early mornings, or moments of doubt?
What drives me through my toughest days is like, I look back to where I was and where I am now. And I tell myself that improvement, even if it doesn't look huge, even if it doesn't feel like I'm improving, I'm still on the mat. And there's some people that aren't doing that right now.
Yes.
Like, I also tell myself that I have goals that I want to reach. And if I want to reach those goals, I'm going to have to dig deep, find it, and continue to hold on to it, even if that practice is tearing me apart. Even if I can't breathe, I'm just gonna have to find it somewhere. It's like a matter of a heart thing. Like, you gotta wrestle with your heart if your body isn't ready. Like,
no, I get it. I could see that. How do you mentally prepare before a match? Any rituals or affirmations that get you in the zone?
Yeah.
So,
before a match, I usually like to be up at least 30. Like, if I see that I'm up in like 30, I'll stand up, I'll move around.
Yeah.
I have music. If you see me, I'll be jamming out to headphones because I think that doing something that loosens you up, like dancing and like maybe even stretching for some people, but for me, I just dance.
Yeah.
I play, oh my gosh, No Hands by Waka Flocka on repeat.
I get that.
Like, sometimes it changes depending on if I'm anxious, which even people on high level wrestling get anxious. It's being human, you guys. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and tell everybody, oh, I'm always ready. When I step on the mat, it's time. I'm down. Because it's like, sometimes you're like, I need to take a steady breath. I need to mentally talk to myself, because I think how you talk to yourself when you're wrestling is important. Because if you're saying, oh, I think I'm going to lose, oh, I think this, I think that, and you're negative, your brain's going to believe that. I don't know why you even try to go on the mat when you do all of that, because if you go on there defeated, guess what you're going to leave as?
Defeated.
Right. Like, even if you won the match, you'll probably think you're defeated.
Yeah.
So I think, like, mentally, I'm like, I got this. I'm ready. Or if I'm anxious, I'll listen to some piano and I'll still say my affirmations. Like, I got this. I'm ready. I've practiced hard. Nobody can touch. Like, I'm good. I got this.
I like that. What have you learned about leadership since joining the program as its first recruit?
Leadership, I've learned a lot, actually, because leadership can show itself in many different ways in athletes.
Yeah.
Because I know that on my team, we have our captains, and I think that they're a great decision or great choice because we all voted and everything, and it's pretty cool. because one of our captains, she's very calm, collected, and she's like, she does light the fire under you. She wants you to get better every single time. So she's like, she's you can talk to her. She's very I don't know how to say it, like therapeutic to talk to. And she keeps your like, she's like, why are you thinking like that? Like, or what made you think that way? And then she'll talk you through whatever decision and stuff like that. And then our other team captain, oh, she's a fireball, and she's so fun to be around. She just excited, very competitive, ready to go, pushing everybody. So having like the two like be around, and you're like, this one's pushing me. She's also pushing me. Like both of them are pushing you, but they're pushing you in different aspects. One is physically pushing you. The other is mentally pushing you to be a better person. There, and I get to watch as their leadership like forms our team, and they also like help us get around certain like, issues and things like that. And it's like, wow, these people existed and I had no clue.
When Coach Sloan looked at you and saw a leader, how did that change how you saw yourself?
I was actually kind of like, oh, hey, coach. I was like, I mean, at first I didn't, I was like, I know that I do I'm pretty steady. I like to keep myself disciplined, keep myself going, practice and everything. But having someone else that didn't even know me have faith that I was a leader for meeting me for like 10 minutes, maybe 2 days in the visit, she was like, oh, yeah, she's got a solid head on her. I was like, oh, okay. Well, thank you. And I think that was like her saying that, oh, you're a leader and I think you're going to be able to do this. It really, it empowers and encourages you to continue to be the way you are. And it lets me know that, hey, I'm on the right track. I'm not like falling off. Well, not that she would tell me, but
yeah.
So how do you think practice went today? I'm like, it went okay, you guys. I'm sure.
What's something about the sport of wrestling that you think most people misunderstand, especially when it comes to women in the sport?
I think people misunderstand. The first thing I think they misunderstand is the weight aspect of wrestling. And I think not only for women's wrestling, but men's wrestling as well. Because the first time, like when I talk to people sometimes and they have no clue what wrestling is, they immediately start about cutting. Yep. And I'm like, you do realize that every wrestler doesn't cut, right? And they're like, what? You don't? I'm like, no. Like some people sit where they naturally sit and they just stay there. Mm-hmm. And they're like, wow. So like not everybody has to do that. Like, no, we don't have to do that. Like it's an option sometimes. And sometimes it's not. And that's okay, I guess, as long as it's not astronomical.
Yeah. Oh, no.
I think that. What was the question? Am I?
No. It's what's something about the sport of wrestling that you think most people misunderstand, especially when it comes to women in the sport?
I think they misunderstand that like motivation for women.
Yes.
Like they think that, oh, are you doing it because your parents didn't let you, or oh, are you doing this because you met so and so or so and so? Like they think most of the time, I think people think like boys have something to do with you joining wrestling, and it's kind of weird. I know, but like they're like, why did you join wrestling? Like, did you know someone that was there? And it's like, my sister. I also think like they misunderstand. When I said that, they misunderstand why we get into it and what drives us, because like we have goals and aspirations too.
Yeah.
And you see that obviously with like Olympians, and you see us like watching all of this stuff. You see us at national tournaments. You see people grinding nonstop every summer, doing freestyle, folk style, off-season things. And they're like, why would she do that? And then it's like, you wouldn't ask a boy why he was constantly getting better, would you?
No, you would not.
And it's like,
no,
we get better too, because we want to be better wrestlers. Like, it's a dream. It's something we love. Like, half of us are like, let's go. Let's get this on the road. And it's like, I think people misunderstand why we're here. We're here because we love it. We're here because we want to get better. We're here because we believe in ourselves. In fact, everybody has a different goal when they start.
Yeah.
But somewhere along the line, we start having at least one similar goal, and that's to get better at wrestling.
No doubt.
Oh.
But so you're at the start of this team, the very first year. What does it mean to build a team culture from the ground up?
From the ground up, team culture. So I think a good part about team culture was that we all came together and we had this giant whiteboard and we just listed off things that we wanted to be implemented in our room, and we all kind of like delegated. We were like, okay, so with this one, what do you mean by that? Like, what do you mean when you say you want this in our wrestling room? And we're like, oh, this is what my team used to do. This is something I like from my old team. This is da da da. And we're like, okay, I like that. I like that. And so we had this giant board with a list of just a bunch of different things from different colleges, different high school, different teams, different clubs. Then we started shorting it and combining them. And then we were like, yeah, this is good. We're cooking here. Like, oh, the team about to be on fire. Like, we got like, I was like, we just wanted this. And all in all, we kind of summed it up to like a family aspect.
Yes.
Being able to reach out to each other. And everybody was like, my team was like a family. Or they were like, oh, wrestling built my family. Like, my coaches were my family. So we're all like, so we all have something in common, family. So we want it to be like family. And that's what we started with one big blob of everything we wanted it to be. And then we ended with like family, lead with love, respect, honor. What was it? Loyalty. What is it? Drive.
Yes.
And things like that. It was like we have this. It was a bunch of different things, and we kind of just keep each other. And we were also trying to hold each other like to the level that we wanted. We had all agreed that it was like we want to show ourselves in a way that is respectful to our team, in a way that is good for us in history. We are currently making history. We want history to be good. You know,
yes.
we're like, yeah, watch what you're doing and careful teammates. Like, not like careful teammates or whatever. It was just like more of a look out for your teammates like you would your family.
That makes me think about, how do you hope your leadership influences the recruits who come after you? Avi, when do you graduate?
I graduate next year, 2027.
So someone like, yeah, she is. So someone like her, she's thinking, man, I'd like, her dad's from right down the road from where you are. So Delaware State would be great for her. So if someone like her says, oh, I'd like to go there, and she hears things about Louise Juitt, how do you hope your leadership influences the recruits that come after you, the young Avies?
I hope that my influence it. I hope that it makes people want to come. I hope that I leave a mark that like makes people want to come here, to want to show up on the team, to want to get to meet me, to get to know me a little better.
Yeah.
I really hope that they would love the college for one, and I really hope they love wrestling. And I hope that, like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, in my mind, I know the feeling of what I would want them to feel, but I'm trying to explain it to you in words, and it's like, how do I say that? I'm like, I hope. And it's like,
okay, let's do the test. Avi, some of the things Louise has said right now, what influences do you have right now about coming to Delaware State? What are some of the things she said that sounded exciting or appealing to you?
What really sounded really exciting was how they were trying to build the women's group for sure, how she is trying to build a women's team. Like, that is something that I'm interested in as well, because in my high school team right now, when I my freshman year of high school, we didn't have that many girls. Like, I was one of me. It was me and two other girls that are probably the best girls on the wrestling team. And this year and last year, we have expanded it. So my freshman year, we started with 5 girls, and last year we had up to 9. Wow. we've expanded it a lot. And this year we have probably 10 or 11 now. So I think expansion of the wrestling team is something that I'm really interested in.
See, Louise, the streets is watching. Amy, you got Amy geeked right now. I bet every time she gets a chance, she's over here saying, Delaware State, where they at? How close is that to my aunt and cousins? And I tell you, her dad down the road. So you didn't turn her off, Louise. You didn't turn her off. You got her excited.
The expansion thing is like, I'm super excited because we are still trying to grow and everything, and we are excited to grow. We get to meet our recruits and stuff like that who come by, and we're like, hey, how y'all doing? What's up? We take them, like, because we have a lot of facilities. So I know they gave me the recruit for the day, and we went to the mall, and it was fun. Ooh. And I took her around the dorm. I took her to eat breakfast, and then it was just, she had her flight, and she was like, oh, man, I was having fun, bro. I was like, yeah.
Gotta go.
I was like, you know, you gotta have more fun. And she was like,
if you come back, yeah.
And okay. I was just like, I just like having fun with people because we have like a lot of cool stuff nearby. We have like roller skating, we have like, what is it? Laser tag. Yeah. What's the one with the laser?
That's it, laser tag.
Laser tag. We got bowling. We got like all these food establishments, and we have like healthy food places too, like the juice bar. They're really good smoothies. We have tropical smoothie, things like that, and it's just like all this stuff is nearby, able to be around. I remember like our first team thing was we went to New York for a baseball game, and they recognized us for the HBCU women's wrestling thing, and they took a picture of us, and it was pretty cool. We got these cool customized hats, wherever my hat may be. It's in my closet. But
okay.
I was like, I usually hang it up on the wall, but my command strip fell off, so I put it away.
Dorm life. It's coming, Avy. It's coming.
But
hey, Louise, I'm kind of curious here. Some of the things you just said, you know, like the trips, when the recruits are coming in, what kind of legacy do you want the Delaware State women's wrestling program to have 10 years from now? Because those recruits are going to come, and then they're going to get other recruits. So 10 years down the road, after you've already completed law school and you've probably been practicing for about 3 years or so, what kind of legacy do you want Delaware State women's wrestling program to have?
I want Delaware State women's wrestling program to be the program. Okay.
What?
I want us to be the program. The way that we walk in, they're like, they're here again. Like, yeah. To be the program. And I think that's something we're gonna have to work and build, of course. But it starts now. Starts with me.
Yes, it does.
Starts in the wrestling room.
Yes, it does. Okay, you mentioned your teammates, and it starts with you. If your teammates were describing you, what do you hope they say about your impact?
I know for sure they would say funny. They would say funny. They would say impactfully. They like that I'm very changing. Like if I say something and it's wrong, I'll be like, oh dang, I was wrong. Let me fix that. Or I'll be like, oh, my bad. Like I'm willing to admit faults and fix them. And they would say that they like that I'm honest most of the time. Like if it ain't a white lie. But most of the time I'm pretty chill though. I think they think I'm wacky because I'm pretty cheerful. I try to keep the upbeat. Yeah, I say I'm upbeat. I hope that they say I'm upbeat because they don't see me being serious very often unless it's like 6 a.m. practice, like 5 a.m.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, because I'm sleepy.
If you can get a smile out of me,
I hope they think I'm sincere.
Yeah. And
yeah, I don't know. I don't think about myself that much. So
no, you know what? Honestly, it can only be as you described it. It can only be what others say. I know what we think we project. I know we think that we are, but it's what people see. It's how they take it, and you never know that until, again, they say it. But all you can do is just pontificate about what some things they do offer you, like you just did. Let's talk about the school, HBCU pride and identity. What has it been like immersing yourself in HBCU culture as both the student and an athlete?
It has been a wild ride. I mean, I lived in Missouri for a good minute. They do not down here. Like, my hair is cornered right now, but you can, if you look for it, you can find someone to do your hair like that.
Yeah.
And no matter the hair type, it's crazy. And not crazy, it's helpful actually.
Yes, I bet.
And then if you have like they have like tutoring and stuff like that. I know that I've seen, like, I walk on campus, there's always something going on. They always have all these communities. It's so cool. They like to do like these event fairs and these like club fairs all the time. And it's like, oh, nursing's doing an event this tonight on Saturday or something. Or they'll have like you go to like, well, I keep saying event, but they are events. It's like they have a Halloween party event, and they'll have like all the like sororities and fraternities. They come and they do their they do their strolls, and you get to watch.
I was gonna say,
cool.
I don't know if you see it right there. You see that cane right there. You see that crimson and cream right there, right? You've been to the step show. You seen the Kappas do their thing out there?
I was actually late to the step show because I'm pretty sure I had class.
Oh,
but
see, you got your priorities in the right place.
I was like, but I went because my friend was part of it. So I went and I walked in. I showed up at the end, and they showed me the video of the whole show. So I've seen most of it.
Okay. That's HBCU culture right there.
I was going to support a friend. And I was cheering. And it's so cool to see like all the different, like, I was like, wow. Whoa. And yes. I think that they're like, and then everybody's super kind too, because I was like, I don't know a lot about sororities or fraternities personally, but they're all willing to teach you if you ask them a question, like, don't be doing nothing stupid.
No doubt.
But I was just like, I asked this one girl that I knew because I was originally going to try out for the step team, but it didn't work out because I got really sore. And I was like, I got practice. Yeah. I'm sore. Cut the cameras. Cut the show. It's over. I was like, I'll see you guys. I will support you guys from the sidelines. You got that. But I was like, they're going like from 7 to 10 p.m. I had to get up in the morning. I was like,
can't do it. I get that.
Dedication to the game right there.
Do you feel a different kind of energy competing under the banner of an HBCU, making national sports history?
Oh yeah, definitely. So we competed this following weekend at the ESU Open.
Oh,
I think that's what it was called. It's in PA. It was pretty cool. We got to show up and do our first team like tournament as Delaware State University.
Yes.
And I don't know if I got a video of it. I'll send it to you.
Oh, please do.
It's like we had our chant, and when we won, we were all lined up on the side, and we would do the chant, and it was like a hype. All the other teams are like, what's going on? And we're like, what's going on? But you'll figure it out. That's our thing. I was like, it's gonna be our thing soon. Like,
oh, I bet that chant brought the house down, and the crowd was looking like, oh, they walking away with some
people. We had a lot of people coming up. They were like, Delaware has wrestling? And we were like,
yep. Now, if you don't know, now you know.
Now you know, because we were in there. We were like, yeah, go. It was so fun. I like cheering on my teammates. And
okay. So that's the outside perspective. What kind of support have you received from the Delaware State community and alumni? Talk about it.
On the Delaware State community and alumni, so we have been kind of like community service. I know we did community service and we got to meet like all these cool kids in like the school. We did like they split us up and we all got to do like arts and crafts project at Howard E. Tennis School, and it was pretty cool. That's like a community thing we did as a team. And then another community thing we did was there was a alumni. They actually specifically asked for us sometimes so that
Yeah.
we get to meet people and introduce our team. And I
Yes.
think that's a great thing, a part of networking that HBCUs are always focusing on doing, because our first thing as a team, we got to do like a football game and we worked with like the VIP section. We got to meet like the governors, the mayors, and all this stuff, and like really important people. There was like clubs and like there was like sponsors, and they were all there, and they were like, we were, hi, I'm so and so from the Delaware State women's wrestling team, and I'm your hostess for the night. Da da da. And they're like, women's wrestling? When? Wow. And we're like, da da da, you wrestle, da da da. And we always like sent them the link to our Delaware State thing. We give them like handout cards and everything like that. They like to ask us questions. We get to answer. And like, what got you into wrestling? A lot of people ask that question. And so that's why I have that one on speed run.
Yes.
But,
Oh yeah. Yeah. You ready to answer that one?
Yeah. And then we have like alumni will ask us to do like events for them so that they can like pay us back and stuff like that. Like not pay us back, but like they like to donate. And we also get donations through the event as well. So it's pretty cool.
I don't have much time left. I know Avi, it's she's still in high school, so it's past her bedline. Anything past 6 o'clock is probably past her bedtime. You remember those days, Louise. You remember those days.
I was an AP student. I'm telling you now, I barely got sleep in high school.
Jeez.
I barely got sleep. Like, I mean, I know a lot of kids who even weren't like advanced, weren't getting sleep, but like it was bad. I was swamped. So I'm
Proud
sure
of you.
you got a lot of things to do. Thank you for coming. If you have any questions, I feel like just ask some questions too.
Oh, I know she does.
Oh yeah, because I'm really thinking about wrestling in college. I'm thinking about wrestling in Texas Women's University while doing, because I want to go on the medical school as well. I'm thinking about doing exercise science and majoring in anatomy and physiology. So I was wondering, how did you manage college time, like academics wise, along with wrestling? Like, because it's already hard for me in high school because I'm taking college classes, I'm taking AP classes, and a whole bunch of electives along with wrestling. So how were you able to manage both college academics and wrestling?
I think the first thing I'd like to point out is like when you get to college, they do not force you to take in-person classes for 8 hours a day or whatever. So I have classes from 12 to 2:45. And then some of them can be online classes. I know I have a really long Wednesday classes because I go from 12 to 9 p.m. basically. And I know that's long. That's actually that's rare for college students to take that long of a day. But that was just how I ended up accidentally making my schedule. Boo-hoo. Suck it up. Gotta go. It's only an 8-week course. But basically, I just write everything down in my handy dandy journal. They're right next to me because I was doing schoolwork. But I have this journal is where I write like my wrestling and my like things I need to do and everything. That's what I write after practice. Yeah.
Journal.
Practice, I write down what I worked on, what I could have been better at, and what I feel like I was successful at. And I do my words of affirmation. And then this is my planner. And I put basically everything. And I know some people are like, you don't need a planner in college. You're barely going to get a planner, please. Please get a planner. It's like, because you can write down your classes, when you have your class, what assignments you have for that class, and then go from there. Because I know I use it to make sure I check mark all of my assignments. So, like, I have this little check mark, and I would write what assignments I got in one class, what assignments I got in the next class, whatever, and then check mark them as I do them. And I try to get them done as fast as possible, please. Like, I know I'm a procrastinator, but I had to get my show on the road, because don't procrastinate because you don't have a lot of time when it comes around, it's all like right back to back to back to back to back. You got things to do. Like you're traveling one day, you're not going to be able to have Wi-Fi on your computer unless you have hotspot or something. So you just have to be able to put it all together. And like in high school, I kind of just did it one day at a time. In college, I do it 1 week at a time. I look ahead, see what they're trying to give us. I talk to my professors, make sure they're aware of my schedule so I can work it out if I have something that's conflicting.
Yes.
And I basically just try to keep my schedule clear and stress free from work. Like I do the work when it gets assigned. Like that night, I'm already on it.
Yes.
I'm already starting it because I don't want to have to worry about this in 2 days when it's due. I already turned it in that night. I don't have to worry about it anymore. I can check it off my list.
Yes. That's great advice. Good question, Avi. This has been a powerful conversation. Louise Juitt is proof that being first isn't just about breaking ground. It's about building something that lasts. She's showing us that history doesn't just happen. It's made by people brave enough to step forward when no one else has. To Louise, the Delaware State Hornets, and every young woman watching this moment unfold, keep paving that road. The world's watching and it's cheering you on. Thank you for coming on, Louise. Thank you to my co-host, Avi Rose Norwood, repping out there in Texas. I'm Donato. Thanks for listening. And as always, keep pushing forward. Keep leading. Keep making history.
Thank you.
Thank you.